Welcome, and thanks for watching. This video will present an activity that introduces the concept of information literacy and shows how it will fit into your academic experience here at SMCC. Let's get started. It may seem unusual, but we're not going to begin with the library. Instead, imagine that you are at your local grocery store. Once you're inside, go ahead and picture yourself in the cereal aisle. All those choices can be overwhelming, yet you are able to make a choice and put a box of cereal in your cart. So how do you make that decision? How do you decide which of all the available options is the best choice for you? Go ahead and pause this video now to give your answer some thought. Take a minute to generate a list with your answers to the question, how do you pick which box of cereal to buy? We'll be here when you get back. Welcome back. Let's move on. We're going to take a look at a sample list of answers. You'll likely find it looks pretty similar to your own list. Lots of lists start with flavor. We don't want to consume something that we don't like. We also consider things like brand, packaging, or advertising. We gravitate towards things that present an appealing image. We often look for nutrition ingredients and allergens too. Price, value, and impact on our budget are also valid considerations in any decision. And let's not forget the power of habit. Sometimes we just buy what we always buy. All right, well done. I bet your list looks pretty similar to the list we just worked through. Now take a moment to clear your mind. I'm going to ask you the same question, but instead of cereal, I want you to consider cars. How do you buy a car? How do you select from all the options, makes, models, dealerships? How do you choose which car you're going to purchase? We'll break again so you can answer. Pause this video and generate a list for the question, how do you select a car to buy? Hit play when you're ready to look over your answers. Glad you're back. Let's take a look at some answers. So most lists include information about the type of car being bought. Fuel economy, price, and other issues relating to budget are understandably important to people too. Once people address the make and model of their car, they often consider variables about style and function. A car is a big investment, so most buyers want to make sure they are buying something both enjoyable and reliable. Finally, reputation and advice tend to play a big role in the decision. So what does this have to do with anything? Why are we talking about cereal and cars when this is supposed to be about the library and information literacy? Well, stick with us. We're almost there. If we compare our lists, it will start to come together. Take a moment to look at these two sample lists. Do you see any patterns or similarities emerging? You can pause the video if you need to give it some more thought. All right, let's point out some of those similarities that are starting to come clear. A cereal's flavor and a car's features or looks are similar. They both focus in on our personal preferences. On both lists, we prioritize the brand of the item being considered too. Advancing through the list, we can see the cereal packaging is sort of like the looks of the car as well. And advertising? It's like asking around to friends or even paying attention to a car's reputation or commercials we see on TV. The ingredients of our cereal choice compare to the elements of what's under the hood in our potential car. As we move through the list, you can see that nearly every entry has a counterpart on the other list. Sometimes an item overlaps with a couple other items. Sometimes it doesn't overlap at all, but a version of almost every idea is on both lists. So that's a lot of info. Is it starting to come together? Are you ready to answer the big question? What's the point? Well, the point is information literacy. That common set of questions and evaluations you worked through to choose cereal or a car is the core of your information literacy skill set. This is great because if you've ever made a decision, you already have this skill set in place and you know how to use it. School research projects are a chance to practice using this skill set and identify your strengths and weaknesses. So, the reason you'll see research projects and library assignments in so many of your academic classes is because we want to make sure you make the most of your IL skill set, your critical thinking skills, and all the information resources available to you to become a confident and capable lifelong learner. Thanks for watching.